If it's a good idea, if it's common sense, let's do it. Doesn't care if it's Republican or Democrat.
That mentality led Republican Senator Zach Duckworth to the Civility Caucus.
I wasn't quite sure what to expect, other than I knew I was going to be going into a room full of people that were interested in working together to just get stuff done.
It's really understanding people as human beings, giving them the benefit of the doubt, giving them better communication tools.
Katie Pratt is the director of the state's Office of Collaboration and Dispute Resolution, which oversees the Civility Caucus. She says the caucus's time commitment is small, but for senators who come, and Minnesota as a whole, the benefits are huge.
They're really busy, but they still need to eat. So we'll have some luncheons every session. Sometimes we'll bring in a speaker that would be of interest to their work. There was an opening event. We just had them all go around and introduce themselves and share a fun fact about them. And it was so cool to see there were different connections that people were identifying. Oh, I had no idea you came from there. I came from there too, and we both like this sort of thing. So they take those relationships and they bring them into their committee hearings, and they bring them into when they're trying to figure out a bill. And so knowing each other better as people and having that understanding is really a foundation for making better policy together.
Building the foundation of a solid relationship across the aisle really does help you be and appear more effective, and you get more work done.
But senators have to want to join the caucus, and that buy-in is especially important now.
Some legislators in Minnesota have only ever served in a trifecta circumstance, and so this might be some new learning, and they'll be looking for new tools and resources for how they get through this session.
The end of last session was not good. Speaking as somebody who's all about civility and working together and being very friendly with folks across the aisle, I think it's going to be tougher to start out session. Some rebuilding of relationships has to happen.
As co-chair of the Civility Caucus, Senator Duckworth is in position to help make that happen, along with his DFL co-chair, Senator Grant Hochschild.
It's really about making the connections that are beyond politics, but about the personal relationships that we as legislators should have in order to perhaps move into policymaking in the future. So it's not about finding bipartisan policy agreements, but it is about laying the groundwork for those opportunities should they come up in the future.
Civility, empathy, and a little bravery.
In the polarized climate we live in right now, constituents may want you to be a fighter. I think it's a balance. I think it takes a certain amount of courage for anyone to engage in civil discourse, but probably especially legislators.